Hey guys, how's it going? This is Mike from M&R Automotive. Today we have a brand new 2025 Ford Maverick and we're going to be removing the front end. Alright, let's get started. Let's go ahead and start taking out these small screws first. These are 7mm. So now we're going to take out 4 10mm screws that are holding the top plate. So now we're on the driver's side and we're going to remove 3 7mm screws that are holding this plastic trim piece. And we're going to remove all these push pins so that way we can peel this liner and get to the bolts that are holding the fender to the bumper. So now let's go ahead and remove these push pins. So just pry it with a screwdriver and get the head up, and then you can take off the push pin. So now that we removed all the push pins, I recommend pointing the tire towards the passenger side just to give yourself a little space. And we're going to be removing 3 screws that are holding the fender to the bumper. They're vertical screws going from the top bottom, 1 on the edge, 1 down the middle, and 1 closest to the headlight. So they're also 10mm, and I'm going to take them out. That's 1. That's 2. And that's the 3rd one. So now we can separate the bumper from the fender. If you just pry it down, there's going to be a clip here that's holding everything together. Just get a prying tool and just pull it in between each other. This is the one I was talking about. So this is the screws that we removed. That's 1, 2, and 3. And there's these 2 guiding inserts and there's 1 clip. So let's do the same thing on the passenger side. So now we're on the passenger side. We tilted the wheels towards the driver and we're going to remove 7mm screws. And now we're going to remove these push pins. Alright, so let's take a look. So here we have the 3 10mm screws that we're going to remove. So now that we're working on the passenger side, there is a wiring harness here that you want to unclip, and this will disconnect all the electronics in the front end to the rest of the truck. So what we're going to do, there's a red pin, you pull it towards yourself until it clicks, and then you just squeeze and pull. So now we're going to separate the bumper from the fender. There we go. Alright, so now we're underneath the truck, so we're going to be unscrewing all the T30 bolts that are separating the bumper from like the undercarriage. So the last 2 things that are holding the whole front end on, there's 2 little hooks here. I've noticed that if you lift on the bumper and kind of raise it a little bit, you do have a little bit of easier way to get them unclipped. See? So if you look on the bottom of it, it kind of has a little notch here and it kind of locks in place. So let's do the same thing on the passenger side. So I'm going to tilt the bumper up a little bit and just kind of pry it out of there. Pull on it a little bit until it snaps off. And the last step is to actually remove the front end. And this is how you remove the front end on a 2025 Ford Maverick. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have the confidence that you need in order to do this project yourself.